Back, the balance of power in Denver real estate has favored buyers for most of this year, with nearly 1 in 3 sellers, 1 in 3, cutting their asking price. 9 News real estate expert Lane Lyon here to break down the latest numbers for us. Lane, of course, is a managing broker and realtor at Coldwell Banker, a regular on the Monday show.
Well, hey, I'm glad. Good morning. Nice to see you. It must be Monday.
It is Monday.
Yeah.
We're talking about home prices again. So again, a big question, a very big question. Have we hit the bottom of the housing market, and how would we even know?
Right. It's a good question. It's one that I'm hearing a lot. And the truth is, possibly, we may be already through it. But as you know, Drew, we won't know for sure until we're actually looking backward.
Okay.
We do know there's some very early signs that things may be shifting. It's one of those situations where we know that we have been in kind of a market reset for a couple of years. Home prices have started to come down. We see it takes longer to sell a home. As you mentioned, about just over 30% of home sellers are having to lower their prices. Those are all indicators that we're kind of flattening and coming down. When we start to make the change is really what we're going to watch. We've got 4 indicators that I'm keeping my eye on right now. The number of pending sales. These are the homes that are going under contract. If we start to see that increase, we'll know for sure. Days on market, if that starts to come down, the number of days it takes to get a home sold, we're keeping our eye on that. And also if we start to see fewer price drops, and inventory is the 4th one that really is that indicator right now. That's the number of homes that are on the market right now. And for the first time in about 5 years, just this last month, we've started to see that number decline for the first time in several years. So that could be our first indication that things are starting to change.
But still, that stat we mentioned right at the top is pretty startling. 1 in 3 sellers have at some point dropped their prices, right? Next question, for those who are looking to buy, would you suggest they wait until prices go down or mortgage rates go down even more? Is it a good time to wait?
Well, and I hear this a lot. It's like, maybe they'll go down even further, right?
It's like a gamble, right?
It's a gamble, and we've all heard that phrase, buy low, sell high. And I just have to let you know right now, if you're in the market to buy a home or you're thinking about investing, do not miss this window of opportunity.
Okay.
Buyers have something very important right now, which is leverage. They have homes to choose from. They can negotiate. Sellers are willing to look at purchase price and terms during those negotiations. And oftentimes you can ask for closing costs to help buy down your interest rate. Drew, we know when things start to change, when that buyer demand starts to go back up, and rates start to come down a little bit more, that leverage starts to disappear. So when that happens exactly, I wouldn't chance it.
Okay.
I would say the conditions are almost perfect right now.
So if you want to buy, go ahead and buy. Get on with it.
You know what? It's not going to stay like this forever.
Okay, let's talk about the other side of the coin, the sellers. How would you describe where sellers stand right now?
Well, we've mentioned that they're having to lower their prices, but I also say they're also coming into reality. It's not 2022 anymore. And lowering your price does not necessarily mean a bad thing. It just means you came out of the chute a little bit too high. And what I'm telling a lot of my sellers right now is if you are leaving yourself room to come down, that could possibly backfire on you. Buyers right now are looking for that value. Bring that price to right where you want to be so that you're putting your best foot forward.
Again, you mentioned earlier, we won't know we've reached the bottom until we're past the bottom.
True,
backwards.
true, exactly.
And I know you mentioned some of this earlier, but how about just to reiterate some of the things you're looking for to indicate that we are reaching a turning point?
Well, I think the one thing is this behavior. We also have things that we can't control, which is, noise at the national level and reasons that are keeping interest rates where they are. Hard to know when that's going to change, but what we do know is that we're watching this buyer behavior very closely. We are watching the number of homes on the market very closely, and things have kind of stayed where they're at. Will they stay like that the rest of the year? A lot of the economists say we're not going to have any dramatic changes, but even a slight change is one that we're keeping track of.
Lane, thanks for being here this morning for sure.
Yes.
You know what's nice? Katie LaSalle has not raised the price on her forecast in years.
Well, we're lucky about that.
It is still free, ladies and gentlemen.